This next segment, Brian, this was the main event of a network television wrestling program. And everybody's going to say, oh, Cornette hates girls again. Oh, he's misogynist. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but did you think that this contract signing segment between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair was main event network television on a Friday night on a television program with 2 million viewers quality?
I don't think it was the main event. I think they started with the main event. I think we brought it up a couple weeks ago, I believe, that they put the women at the end of the show. So this is now twice that we've seen them put the women's match at the very end of the broadcast, which may be for a reason, as they're going into the local news on the Fox broadcasts, or the Fox affiliates. With that said, I don't have any problem with girls, or as you put it, or women being in that position. If it was...
How about these women in this segment?
If it was position? Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, or, even a different combination of Charlotte and Sasha, or Bianca and Rhea, I thought as soon as you introduced Zelina and Carmella into this, it felt so minor league. And it was. Although there was a cool flip over the table.
Well, but that was part of it. It's not the fact that it's females, the fact that it's these females doing this material, and especially in this spot. But it looked and sounded like a scene from Real Housewives of Butte, Montana, or whatever, doing a guest spot on the Jerry Springer show with all of the scripted, oh, girl, bitch, and whatever. It sounded like Shitstain would have had a piece of that for a minute. And then, as you said, well, here comes Carmella and Zelina. If you eliminated the entrances on this program, the show would be 27 minutes long instead of 2 hours. But after the contract signing, that fucking fight, Jesus. It's the sloppiest alleged punching, brawling that I've ever seen. Nobody is heavy enough amongst any of these girls to make the ring noise when they take a bump.
Plus the camera's just going nonstop from one to another, to another.
And the flip over the table that she did to do the other thing it looks like a kung fu move in the middle of a cat fight. Nobody came to separate them. There was no bell ringing, no attempt to stop this carnage. Even Sonya Deville was the authority figure. She was presiding over the thing. Once they got in a fight, what the fuck's she doing? She's not calling for referees or security, or she just boom. They go on fighting, and then when Bianca Belair, the babyface, Bianca Belair had dumped the two stooges, Carmella and Zelina, out. Then they disappear forever when Sasha got Bianca's hair around her own face and put a submission hold on her to go off the air. There's no authority figure that was out there a minute ago trying to stop this. The other heels disappeared. It's show business. It's all just a show. There's no quality control. There's no thought to detail. There's no thought to anything that will convince people of anything. Nothing would ever realistically happen this way. Have I made my point?
I believe so.
So it's a bunch of fucking Jerry Springer promo shit, and a bunch of girls sloppy fighting, and it's phony. And this is network television. Yeesh.
Yeesh.
And do you remember when in the old days, before Vince had lost whatever Vince has lost, but in the highest rated era of Raw, the big stars not only appeared at the front to tease you, but they appeared at the end also. I'm not suggesting that Cena and Reigns have to get in some goddamn pull apart every week, but there was no thread. Remember, they used to have a thread through the show with the stars, so you might sit through Kai and Tai for a few minutes to get to the next time you were going to see Austin or Taker or whatever. And this was the first half hour was all the star power and sell SummerSlam, and then the rest of it was a few off-kilter matches sprinkled into more talking. And so that was what that was.
Well, what that was SmackDown for the 13th of August, 2021, a sad day for wrestling indeed.